final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Glad to have you with us. Elliott T. Bauer Stadium in Huntsville, Texas, home of the Sam Houston Bearcats. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Sam Houston Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He'll bring it out. It's Benedict. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Sam Houston Bearcats offense takes the field. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the grab close to the logo. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Delaware's offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, if they have to look to their big tight end in the passing game, that could open the door to some struggles.
I mean, he has to be the go-to because he is their best weapon. This is not a dynamic passing attack with guys on the outside with speed, take the top off a defense, catch posts and goes. A lot of it goes through this tight end. So it's getting to the sticks, working open in zone coverage, being that...
There he goes! Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Zings it complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Delaware.
This offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level. and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll move the tight end. Coming out on first down with the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Found the seam. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Bearcats want to pick up the tempo.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Couldn't find a man, just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Throws for the tight end. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Oh, the big fellow almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Kick is in the air. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Going right to work up top. Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The give to the tailback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it. Right on the money. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Bearcats headed quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprint?
Breaks into the open. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. picks up the first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Touchdown, Sam Houston! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. On the option, he'll toss it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, you just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Brown wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
First play of the period, first down here. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. The Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And the Blue Hens really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So it's an 80-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. And the Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And now on 3rd down after that last run. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
There's not a quarterback in college football that's not good.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Bearcats are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And they're not on the same page there.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down.
Number 47 in punt formation to kick it away.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Catch in the middle, it's Kelly. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The short hands, it's Brown. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Blue Hens back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Here's the pressure. He got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Blue Hens! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you...
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. The Bearcats are in the hurry-up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that is just what this defense needed. Nice job getting upfield, getting after the quarterback, putting that last play behind him. Big gain, so what? Great job being dialed in on first down, to the pass, and getting the sack.
They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
That's caught. It's Moore. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Touchdown, Bearcats! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Brown will throw it. Lets it fly. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bearcats will kick it off to start the second half. On the run. run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Got his man. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got a lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out of it.
And the Blue Hens are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this.
Touchdown, Delaware! And they take it in for 6 more points. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The Bearcats want to crank the tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. There he goes. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Slings it. Complete to the left. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Hand off from the shotgun.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass. They're up by 18 over Tennessee. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Definitely keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Blue Hens in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Brown wants to pass. Pressure coming. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the ground, he's got it again. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
To the ground to try to move the chains. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Delaware. Boy, do they need that score. score gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Benedict. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work.
Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Bearcats in the hurry up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Handoff from the gun. Finding an escape route. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Finds his man. It's Green. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on 4th down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter 4th down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, a Delaware offense going back to work. Brown will throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They think there's room to run to the right here. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Lost one deep down the right side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Finds him out of the backfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Bearcats will have it 1st and 10.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but's able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
The Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Delaware. And the beatdown has ensued. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Powers through the defender. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.